Hi, I'm the Godfather of Toys, a J-Bomb, and sometimes when it comes to collecting, there's telltale signs that you have a problem. My problem is I need more space. Not that I have too much toys. Everybody, welcome back to this week's episode of Mint Out of the Box. I'm your host, the Godfather of Toys, the J-Bomb. Last time I left you, we were right after the Halloween season, and now we have fast forwarded through all that. Thanksgiving was a couple days ago, and we are smack dab in the middle of the Christmas holiday season. Another year has gone by super quick. I mean, now we're only about 30-something days away from a whole new year, 2024. I'm super excited about this episode because I get to talk about one of my favorite lines ever, and I will tie that in with the new product that's laying here before me. But I just want to wish you all happy Thanksgiving. Hope you guys all had a lot to eat. I did. And a lot of stuff going on here in life, so that's why we're kind of haven't been super up to date on getting new episodes out. But I'm doing my best. And with all the new stuff coming out, it seems like I'm finding new things every day. I held off on doing this episode because I want to do some promotion. A friend of mine from the gym is going to help me do some promotion out there. So hopefully that gets a little bit more eyes on this product. But with all that, before we get going, as always, I'd like to introduce the loveliest producer in all of YouTube, especially 100%, especially in this corner of YouTube when it comes to action figure collecting. The disembodied voice, my life, my wife, Producer Steph. Producer Steph, we are smack dab in the holiday season with all the stress and good times that go along with it. And we have a bunch of other stress in our life going on, but we're holding it all together, and we're here today to do the show. How are you doing, Producer Steph?
I'm doing good, thank you. So good that I didn't even realize these came in the mail, and I'm the one that ordered them.
Yes, she ordered these for me. And what we're going to be talking about today is Big Rubber Guys. It is kind of a reissuing of the classic LJN figures from the mid 80s that it seemed like even if you're just a kid and even if you didn't even watch wrestling, you received one of these as a gift from somebody, because it seemed like I went over people's houses that weren't even into wrestling, and they had at least one or two of these figures laying around, and they laid around forever because these things were damn near indestructible. As you see, you can still see them. You see them on eBay. Some of them are really beat up. I had a huge collection. I had every single one. I had them carded. I had them in the package, and
Shocking.
And then I ended up selling them all, which is a big regret. So I've kind of went back and I've tried not to be a completist at things because it gets your life out of control. So I only try to buy the pieces that were I really liked. They were a big deal to me. Or if I find a good bargain, because things will pop up here and there, and that's a good idea. It's a good price. I'll grab it. But this is the brainchild of the official major wrestling figure podcast, who is, as most of you know, Matt Cardona and Brian Myers. I don't know a lot about them or about their show. I don't watch it. And it's not like, I'm better, or it's a beef thing or whatever. Those two wrestlers kind of came into prominence when I really wasn't watching. So I don't have like a big connection to those guys. From what little I have seen of the stuff, they are huge collectors, obviously. And which I think is really cool, the fact that they're actually in the business and, are so hardcore into the collecting. And then on top of it, not only do they have they started reissuing making some of these, they've gone back and made some of the bendies, and the bendies from like the late 90s, early 2000s were really cool as well. These have a pretty steep price of $50 each, and the bendies are like floating near that, and I'm not going to pay that for a bendy. But I've ordered all the ones that they come out with these. There's a couple more that are coming: a Marty Jannetty, a Sergeant Slaughter, Macho Man, and Andre. A Ric Flair. I didn't really dig the Ric Flair, so I didn't get it. But I got these because if you were hardcore into collecting these, you knew they made Demolition acts and never made a Smash. So, but I went out and got these because, if something like a company's gone out and remade some of the new made Hasbro-like figures, and I've gotten some of those. A company went out and remade some, and made some of the bone crunching from Jax, and I've got some of those. So I wanted to check these out. I was really excited about getting these, and just by the look of them, they come with the masks. They basically come. That's pretty much how Axe looked. I think it's a little bit better. If I believe he had mostly red in the face, and they did make a variant of the face paints too, so those are out there too. With all the stuff, we got 6 kids and it's Christmas time, and I don't want to bogart all the money buying stuff for me, so I decided I want to open these up, compare and contrast with the original LJNs, and just see how they look. So without further ado, you know what, I'm gonna open up Smash because I got to open up Axe off the original card back in the day. I do like how they come in this packaging where you can just slide everything right off. There's a smell, and it's funny, it's not just me, because I think it was Fig Vault or Fig Heel on Instagram today talked about the smell of these. My bedroom as a kid smelled like this because I had so many of these figures. I had such a small bedroom that my bedroom smelled. So when I smell this, it takes me back. Had to take a quick cough break for producer Steph.
I'm dying because you went full face into that box.
People don't realize that everything I have here right now is basically because of my love of wrestling figures. I took a job that required me getting up at 4 in the morning on a Sunday to unload trucks for $40 a day at a swap meet, so I could go home and I would go to Thrifty Drugstore, get a money order so I could buy 2 of the LJN figures, because I had to put half in the bank and I could spend the other half on 2 figures. And that's how I completed my collection, by ordering from the Wrestling Ring, which I believe was based out of Baltimore, and they got them from Canada because the black card and the later editions, I believe, went to Canada, but this company, still sold them. So these LJNs hold like a very special place in my heart, because that taught me the real value of hard work and kind of like lay the groundwork for this mess that I have in here today. So they seem like it's the plastic is a little less shiny on the skin part. It looks like it was molded all in the skin color and then painted on. Some of the Kamala was done in the dark skin tone and everything painted on, so everything kind of rubbed off and looks bad. Same with the One Man Gang was an all black figure, and then they paint everything on, so when the face chipped, it was black underneath. So what's cool about that is, if the paint ever rubbed off on this because you played with it too much, it would still look like how Demolition kind of looked at the end of a match. They come with the hood. You put the hood on, it looks really great. It looks like they might have an issue standing up. It might just be the table's crooked, I don't know. But as you see, in relation to the British Bulldog, looks kind of similar in size. Jesse Ventura, kind of similar in size, so it looks like they hold up. And now for the big test. I don't want to mess the belt up. It's a collector's item. Take the belt off. And And if you pull it a little bit super tight, you see that the tag belt fits on perfectly. So Demolition could be the tag team champ of your LJN Federation. So, but I'm going to do a complete episode today. I'm going to open up everything.
OMG.
Open the backs. I do like that they're not rubber banded in or all that other crap, because sometimes I open up figures while I'm laying in bed watching TV, and then I wake up with those little things stuck to me. The face sculpts are really good. I think including the hoods was a really nice touch. After the holidays, if they're still available, I might go back and buy the variants. These are really cool, and it really I really feel good now about the other ones I ordered. They made a point how the Andre kind of had bent legs, so he didn't really tower over the other figures like he should have. And so the one they made just had a lot of improvements. So I will have to say that I really enjoy this. $50 is a steep price, but it's not like they're putting out, 8 or 9 at a time. It's like maybe 1 or 2, 3 at the most at a time. So it gives you time. They do have a small pre-order window. I don't know what their stock is like after the pre-order, after they actually get them, start shipping them out. The Marty Jannetty I really wanted because it looked really good. The Andre looked amazing. The Macho Man had the more traditional Macho Man stuff that we like, the gear and stuff that we'd seen before. And the Slaughter, Sergeant Slaughter was always one of my favorite LJNs. It was only available through the G.I. Joe Flagpoint premium service. So, not a lot of people had it. I had a couple of them. I had a couple of everything. So I got that Slaughter. Plus, he's always been one of my favorite wrestlers. So I grabbed that. And now I'm really looking forward to those coming. Like I said, I'm kind of like speechless. These are really, really good figures. A lot of times, when you recreate things, they don't live up to the original. But like I said, just that smell just kind of brings me back. It's cool because I have these in plastic bags because we're gonna be moving eventually someday, and I open up the bags and times I get a whiff of that smell, and it just takes me back. And like I said, I don't collect a lot of the modern characters. I really don't follow wrestling at all, really. I mean, as I filmed this last night, I saw the end of Survivor Series just so I could see CM Punk's return. But I don't follow much. I don't buy. There's a few wrestlers I'll buy, like modern, that I'll get. But I usually buy when they make the classic characters, because after about 1999, 2000 is when I kind of just stopped watching. I kind of lost interest. But all that classic stuff, when they make the classic figures, man, I'm all in all the time. And luckily enough for me, they still put out enough of the classic content to still keep me out there hunting. So it always seems like I'm looking for something. But like I said, you can order these. I got these from Ringside Collectibles because I missed the initial offering from the website. But if you just put in your Google machine, Major Pod Shop, I believe, or just go to the Major Pod Podcast and Google that, you'll find, right here, majorpodmerch.com. You'll find their bendies, their big rubber guys. Like I said, I don't know what their availability is after their pre-order window, but Matt Cardona, Brian Myers, these are amazing. It really does show that you guys have a passion for the business and a passion for the figures, because it shows in the product. And I'm really glad that I also think it's cool when people that are involved with their certain industry, have that same passion. You can tell that you guys are probably fans as kids and everything as well. So it shows through in these, and I'm looking forward to the other offerings that should be coming. I think they're supposed to ship in January, February, stuff like that. So I'll be getting periodically, and when I get them, I will bring them here to you and expose you guys to this part of. If some of you watch this that don't watch their stuff, I don't know. I feel my show is a little bit different than other people's because I'm not here reviewing, or I'm not here trying to sell something. I'm not here trying to talk about everything as a whole. I talk about the certain thing. I'm more trying to keep you connected to that feeling you had when you were a kid. Maybe if you see my show sometime and you've wanted to grab a couple figures for nostalgia reasons, or you're thinking about rebuying some stuff when you're a kid, that's what I'm here to do. Try to keep you tied into that feeling you had when you were a kid, and to let you know that, hey, you can be an adult and still collect toys and still have a hot wife like I do. And you might even be able to convince her to produce your show.
Hey.
So, like I said, majorpodmerch.com. Go check it out. If you're into the bendies, they got the bendies. If you're into the big rubber guys, see what the availability is, or check Ringside Collectibles. Or just Google big rubber guys, and there might be other companies out there that had a few. I remember when I got my Dynamite Kid, the lovely one bought me. She ended up buying the Dynamite Kid through JB Toys, and then that turned me on to my relationship getting belts from JB Toys. So it's a weird web we weave.
Who has a relationship?
With that, I wish you a very happy Thanksgiving, and join us here next week, and we'll have something else to go over. Remember, majorpodmerch.com. See if you can grab Demolition. If not, check Ringside Collectibles. They might still have a few available. For everyone here at Mint Out of the Box and the lovely one, producer Steph, have a great week, and I'll see you next time.
Bye.